Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the Hannover Fair of 2023, you are at the Technical Forum for Hydrogen and Fuel Cells Europe, where we have interesting talks from experts that work in the industry and that do research in this field. So take a seat, grab a drink, drinks are on the house. And I'm happy to introduce our next topic and the next speaker. We'll be hearing about testing of fuel cells and H2 application on test benches. And my next speaker will be Alejandro Cánovas. He comes from the Spanish National Center for Hydrogen, where he is a scientific development engineer. So please give him a warm welcome.
Thank you. So, thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to be here. Today, I want to present my company and try to show all our capabilities in the field of hydrogen testing. First, I will present my company. I work at the Spanish National Hydrogen Center. It is a public research and development center created in 2007, and it is owned 50% by the Spanish Ministry of Science and Innovation and 50% by the regional government of Castilla-La Mancha, our region. Our headquarters are located in Puerto Llano, which is a city south from Madrid, like an hour by train. And Puerto Llano has an industrial history, really important industrial history, which is now becoming like a core for the hydrogen world. We, as a research and development center, are focused on the development of hydrogen technologies, and our main objectives are the promotion and encouragement of hydrogen technologies, such as fuel cells. We perform research, experimentation, and validation of different prototypes and equipment. We can develop and scale different processes. And our way of working in research and development projects could be under contract with private or public funding, in collaboration with other companies, national or international, and strategic projects, and that means projects financed by our own resources. We can also provide services to third parties, such as training, consulting, engineering, testing, etc. I want to talk a little bit about our main lines of work. About hydrogen production, we are focused on electrolysis technologies, specifically in PEM, alkaline, and solid oxide, but we also have laboratories for biotechnologies. About the use of hydrogen, in fuel cells, we do all the stages, the design, optimization, we manufacture them, the assembly and the testing. We have a microgrid laboratory for the integration of hydrogen with different types of energy. In transport, we have experience with forklifts, bicycles, and especially medium and heavy duty vehicles. And of course, with hydrogen refueling stations and domestic hydrogen refueling points. In industry, we can talk about the use of reformers. So recently, we have a project about the construction of a biogas plant. And in buildings, we develop micro combined heat power for domestic hot water or heating, for example. We can test materials, coating materials in contact with hydrogen, hydrogen induction. We are talking about bending simulation or the developing of test benches for mixes, hydrogen purification, hydrogen storage in the form of compressed hydrogen. Also, we expect to have a liquid hydrogen laboratory really soon. And power to X in different forms, such as power to ammonia or power to gas. And the activities that support all our lines of work could be simulation, prototyping, manufacturing support, We can develop our own control system and adapt it to the different needs, explosive atmospheres studies, material characterization, etc. As you can see, we can cover all the stages of the hydrogen value chain, from production, storage, the transformation, with our own balance of plants or with the final balance of plants, and the end use. In each and every of these stages, we can carry out all the necessary tests, and that is what I would like to show you briefly here. All the installations that you are going to see are part of national or European collaboration projects, and also part of services provided to both national or international companies. And of course, all the mechanical, electrical, and control works are made by us, such as designing, calculation, drawings, connections, integration, etc. We are going to cover all the chains step by step, starting with the production of hydrogen. Here we have an alkaline electrolysis test bench. This one allows us to test powers up to 2 kilowatts and 35 bar, and it includes the cooling system in the. This one is also alkaline, but allow us to test up to 15 kilowatts. This is one of the first that we built. And here we simulate a power supply from renewable energy sources. And well, in this case, the entire bench is controlled by compact Rio systems. About solid oxide, we have this project. We are trying to start a semi-industrial production line of solid oxide systems, both electrolyzers and fuel cells, of course. And we do all the stages from designing, optimization, manufacturing, and assembly, and of course the testing. In this case, we are testing up to 2 kilowatts. About fuel cells, all the fuel cells that we have are PEM in this case. In this photo, you can see two test benches. On the left side, there is a test bench between 1 and 10 kilowatts, and on the right side, between 10 and 30 kilowatts. In this case, we can test stacks directly, and we have a great versatility because we can modify our configuration so it can adapt to the different needs. In the middle of the photo, the structure with the blue doors, this is a climatic chamber that we use to test the behavior of our system under extreme condition of temperature and humidity. So we can see the aging of our stacks. This is a test bench up to 150 kilowatts. We are working with different companies in the railway field, such as Talgo and CAF. They are Spanish companies, and with bus companies like Irizar. And here we only need to integrate the fuel cell and adapt the cooling, the air compression, and the hydrogen supply. And in this case, it's remarkable that we use a programmable regenerative load source of great power. These are more photos of our installation and the test benches. We have an European project called FCH2 Rail. Here we are testing a fuel cell power pack that consists of 3 fuel cells of 70 kilowatts each one. And here we test it together with the batteries and the AC-DC converter. These tests are not only for the fuel cell, but also for the hybridization of the system. And that means we can test how the system behaves when the batteries and the fuel cells are working simultaneously. And of course, these tests are made to see all the integration issues before taking it to the final train, which is the one that you can see in this picture. This one is a test bench for a final use. We are developing prototypes of gensets for net stack fuel cells. They are an alternative to the diesel combustion gensets already in the market. And we have alternatives with AC, with DC. There have been several models developed. In this case, it has a superior level of robustness above a prototype, because this one is a system that the company NetStack is going to show in fairs, in events, etc. So these are photos of the different test benches that we are developing. And in this case, the genset goes up to 20 kilowatts. And finally, we have the H2 logging project, where we have two parts. The first one, that is the retrofitting of a forklift with a 1.5 kilowatt fuel cell. And the second one, which is a development of a hydrogen rates extender for a medium-duty vehicle. And in this case, the fuel cell has a power of 16 kilowatts, and all the different tests have been carried out, both outside of the vehicle, and of course in the vehicle, and the vehicle in our roller bench. Yeah, this is what I had to show you, and I think this is how we can help. So if you have any kind of questions, I'm open.
Thank you for the nice topic and a nice presentation. It was a pleasure to have you here. So you already introduced, so if there are any questions from the audience, feel free to ask the expert. So far I see no questions, but I do have a question. You showed us many different test stands for different applications. So do you offer tailorized solutions generally, or do you have more standardized things that you're working on?
Yeah, usually our customers come to us and tell us all the specifications that they need, dimensions, powers, the application, and we can adapt to whatever they need. So no problem.
Okay, so that's your business. You are always working with more individual solutions.
Yeah.
Great. So in case anyone from the audience is interested, you can meet them and talk to him at the booth, which is E47. So thank you for being here and have a great day.
Thank you.